Hello to my Geminis. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading, Geminis. Let's get right into it. Hopefully you all having a great weekend / beginning of your week. Let's get right into your reading. Let's get into your reading. Let's go. All right, let's do it. So you deserve the best. That's right. No less. You deserve the best. Let's do it. All right. Already prayed over your cards. Already asked Most High God for complete and total clarity. Complete and total clarity. So let's do it. Let's see what is going on. Let us see what's going on. Let's start out with an angel number here. Let's see. Whoops. Start out with an angel number here. Start out with an angel number. Ooh. Start out with an angel number. 955, romantic relationships. So reconfigure your loving connections. You are being asked to hold on to change up the way you're doing things in romance. So whether you are single or in a relationship, your angels would like you to take today to reflect and reconfigure how you go about connecting with others. Give yourself a hug right now and feel the love that you have within abundantly flow throughout your body and soul. So 955. So this color orange speaks to creativity. So yeah, so you're creating spaces. We close out a cycle. If you're watching this on Monday, the 26th of May, 27th is a new moon in your sign. So the moon is in Taurus. Um, when the moon is in Taurus, ask yourself the question is, where have you compromised your self-worth and how can you reclaim it, right? How can you reclaim it? So where have you overstayed your time in other energies, other people's universe? Have you overstayed your time in a job, around other people, places, or things where you need to reclaim your time? Like an example of that would have you overstayed your time on a job where you feel like you compromised your self-worth, you weren't being paid what you were worth? Or have you overstayed your time in a friendship or your romantic relationship, any kind of a relationship where you felt like, okay, you weren't treated what you were worth, right? Something was just very transactional. People treated you like, oh, you could have left. You could have left whenever you wanted to. They almost treated you like you were worth less or devalued in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So that's what the moon in Taurus is. It's just really knowing your worth. Taurus rules second house and it's everywhere because it's ruled by Venus. Venus is the goddess of love, pleasure, art, music, aesthetics, you know, overstaying your, time, in others' universe. So let's get into it. Let's see what's in these cards. And it can feel that way. Even relationships can feel very transactional. Literally could just feel like, oh, you were being used. Some people could feel like, you know, um, so let's get into it. All right. Everything in moderation. Everything in moderation. Everything in moderation. So romantic relationships. So some of you all could feel like you're being used by two energies and you're finally ending those relationships. Yeah. Something could have felt very transactional for you. Like they were able to build from you. They were able to have their wishes fulfilled. They were able to create the life they needed from you. But you deserve the best, right? You deserve the best. So for them, maybe it was just a transaction. Maybe that's all it was, right? So, yeah. So ask source for clarity, everything in moderation. So in other words, stop over giving, stop just going with the flow. Here we have pray and meditate. So don't give yourselves a headache over it. Yeah, because money is a form of energy. And so you deserve the best. The spy is now turned on. Yeah, don't put too much energy into that, please. Those types of energies, they can't fathom downsizing. And I mean, to say it in plain language, for real, if those energies ever had to downsize for anything, it would literally drive those types of energies crazy. I mean, for real, like for them, just the whole it goes beyond clutching pearls. For real, it goes so much deeper than that for them, because for them everything is in outer appearance, like the image. It's all about who has a flashier this and that. So for them, it's like, I hate to use the term with die of shame, but oh my God. So anyway, so you deserve the best. Heart chakra cleanse, and you move from your heart, and so somebody is now learning how to make the connection of some things. Like some people, everything is just about the physical realm. Literally, they move from the lower chakras, and unfortunately, it's the lower chakras are like, we used to say, crooked letter I. Like, if for real, it's just like everything is just broken. It's they don't know how to um the duality of the physical realm. It's out of sync. So you need to transmute the energy to positive, from negative to positive. So it will be a return to sender, not a hex. You don't want to ever do dark magic. You don't even want to play with dark magic. It's always a return to sender. Like, just leave your door closed to that energy. You don't even want to come across your portal. So that's what light workers do, is just shine a light on, okay, this is what you're looking at. And you are free will. You can play in that if you want to, but some people don't come back from that. You can play if you want to, but you shouldn't. So you can pray and meditate on something, but nah, that's not what you want to play with. Make the connection. That's cool because you move from your heart space, right? You can love people, but nah, you like playing in dark magic. It's what you do with the education that you have. Like, people say tarot is demonic, but if you're teaching people this is darkness, don't play in that. You're educating people. This is not secret. You're exposing secrets. You're saying, no, listen, this is. So stuff flows to you like water. Yeah, you're operating in a heart space. Like, okay, you care enough about humanity to say, listen, don't play with that. You'll get burned. Don't play with that. Leave it alone. Somebody's amongst incubi and succubi. Don't play with that. You have the gift of clairvoyance. That's seeing things clearly. So somebody has a demon of lust. And so when a demon takes over, and that's a temptation, they'll do anything for it. That's not something you can mix. That's not something you can mix. You can think you can play with that, but some energies have become, they sharpen themselves in that. So you need to sharpen yourselves in the light. Like, you need to stay in the light. So when source removes you from a situation, be grateful that source removed you from a situation, and don't let that come across your threshold again. You need to become stronger in the light. So somebody's a Cambian spirit. They're a union between incubus, succubus, and a human parent. Once source brings you back into the light, you need to be clapping, cheering, shouting, thank God, the heavens, whoever else at the highest power, whoever, you know what I'm saying? Not just whoever, but y'all know what I'm saying. You get the point. Mm-mm. We're not even talking about religion. We're talking about spirituality, which came before religion. We're talking about, because religion can get dogmatic to a point sometimes where people feel like they can judge people. Somebody's religion is better than somebody else's. That needs to go out the window. The point is, source is saying to you, it's time to reconfigure loving connections. You're operating from a higher frequency. It's like, like money in itself. When we talk about self-worth, you are money. It's a frequency. You are money. Like, when you know your self-worth, you're not gonna just do anything just to be a part of something. Like, oh, you got to do that to get behind a closed door. I'm good. I'm real good. Nope. So let's see. Let's see what's in your cards. You don't care who laughs at you. You don't care who talks about you. You don't care who what. You say, okay, you got downsized. Okay, whatever. You gotta eat. You gotta eat oodles and noodles. Whatever. Okay. Peanut butter jelly sandwich. Okay. So yeah. So some energy did some things behind your back, but you're balanced out. You're balanced out. Some kind of injustice was done behind your back, but you're balanced out. They teamed up on you, but you're balanced out. So, because for them it was just a transaction. That's all it was. It was just simply a transaction. It was something done behind your back, but for them it was a transaction, and you made a connection. For them it was just about money. They wanted to create something that was going to last for them, and it was simply something transaction. It was just a transaction for them. So yeah, and they used someone as a pawn to do it, playing mind games. So somebody just started talking about something as far as you're concerned, just start talking about something, from your past, you know, just start talking about something, as far as saying that they loved you and all of this other stuff. It could have been anything, literally. Something they talking about legal, something. They just start creating stuff. Something about your romantic relationships. Something about your romantic relationships. People that you had in common or whatever the case may be. But your high priestess gifts kicked in. Yeah, you've gone through enough dark nights of the soul to know who was being used by who teamed up on you. I mean, you already know. So as heartbreaking as something is, they were trying to do a destiny swap, and somebody wanted your life so bad that they did a destiny swap, but they don't know your full story. So again, like I said before, your question you have to ask yourself is, where have you compromised your self-worth, and how can you reclaim that? Where have you compromised your self-worth? If somebody wanted to be you so bad, they used somebody to talk to you, that they broke their heart. They broke their own heart for money. They broke their own heart for money and went right on back to worshiping. Child, they went right on back to clapping and cheering. Child, like nothing ever happened. So, because two people wanted something to be their way or the highway. So, like I said before, they got tambourines in hands. It was a karmic couple. And so you have an idea who was behind it. So you're not focusing on the past. You're focusing on moving forward, because you know how to transmute negative energy into something positive, right? So somebody definitely used somebody to call you or to come to your house and talk to you, and make it and say something disrespectful to you, as if you like I said, because they are amongst incubi and succubi. Somebody saw you as competition. Four people, as a matter of fact, saw you as competition. So you got a lot of disrespect in your face, because these energies were teaming up on you. And like I said, it's a transaction for them. That's all it was. It was all about money. Somebody put somebody on the center stage, put some flashing lights in their face, told them, "Hey, say this," and they did. We got your back, and they did. But source has yours. So for you, as an air sign, a Taurus moon gives you a firm resolve and inclines your intellectual powers towards practical money making pursuits. So you can either, so the cool thing about you all being Geminis is, and again, transmuting energy, is you can either put your energy here about who's behind something. This is the last day of the cycle, or you can put your energy towards prayer warrior energy, asking God for clarity and getting a total recall of what your purpose is, and saying, okay, right? Closing out a cycle, and recognize that the Lion of Judah has your back, right? God has your back on something, right? So, and knowing that you have team members, right? And a light has turned on for you in hermit mode. So getting into hermit mode and learning how to be in receiving mode. Remember, you and Virgos are both ruled by Mercury, right? Your ruling planet Mercury may not be retrograde right now, but you learning on the other side of, you and Virgo are ruled by the same planet, right? And so you don't have to talk about it. You need to be in receiving mode, meaning receiving mode can be like the downloads that you're getting in journaling about something. I was like, okay, I'm in receiving mode of who may be behind what, because something, you may have something in common with some people that somebody could have been talking about. Like, okay, people are talking about certain energies, you may have something, okay, now who you have in common with some people. Okay, it could be a Taurus involved in common with some energies, right? So yeah, so somebody was using some energies that, like I said before, there's a Pisces and a Taurus involved in something. There's a Virgo involved in something, a Libra involved in something. But people are all a part of the same organization as a part of something. You can either focus on an organization, it could be a church, a mosque, a temple, it could be a Christian based organization, it could be a fraternity, a sorority, whatever, some kind of secret society. It doesn't really matter what it is. You can focus on that, or you can focus on moving forward, because Source has something else for you to put your energy into, and you're a leader. And that's what Source is trying to tell you, is that you have a throne in your universe. This is where, again, you go back and reclaim your time and energy that you put into something. For somebody else, it was just a transaction for them. They ain't thinking about they ain't even thinking about it no more. All they thinking about, hey, they got something of yours. This is they're thinking about, they got something of yours, and they holding on to something of yours. So Source is saying you're reclaiming your time. You're reclaiming the time. And for them, it's financial independence for them. That's what they clapping and cheering about. This is for them. It's financial independence time for them, and they're amongst incubi and succubi. So they're being led by the physical realm. So it said you need to get in your element, air. Get in your element of air. Get in your element. They're in theirs. You need to get in yours. You need to get in your element where you thrive best. You need to get into air. Get into the element of air, Gemini. Get in your element. Yeah, get in your element. So remember, you're a hermit. You can be in hermit mode too, because that's the duality of you. I think you forgot, Gemini. That's your duality. That is your duality. You can switch on and switch off like that, because that is your duality. That's the duality of Gemini. You're the sixth card, and that's your duality. You can go into hermit mode too. I think you may have forgotten. So let me remind you. That's how powerful you are. Go into hermit mode, be in receiving mode, and close something out. Seven of Pentacles. That's how your money is about to start growing. Because something has bust through the soil, right? And so it's time now. So it's like you need to go into hermit mode and grow your money, right? So Three of Swords here. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so Source is just trying to help somebody to, Source is really, really trying to help you to move beyond some things. Like that's what Source is, that's the whole purpose of something, is like you actually deserve the best, but everybody deserves the best. When you come across energies where you may have spent way too much time in other people's universe, and you see how people are built, that's just how some people are wired. That's generational. Source is trying to tell you that you deserve the best, just like everybody else deserves the best. Here's the Seven of Wands here. You can defend your decision to move on from something without even coming across as defensive, right? Some people, they see something as a win. If that's it, that's what they see as a win. That's what they see as a win. Something is flowing to you like water, but Source is blocking something for them, so it doesn't flow to them. Whatever Source is flowing to you, what's meant for you is yours. It's not theirs. If that makes any sense to you, it won't be meant for them, so it can't flow to them. It's flowing to you. That's your river flowing to you. It's not meant for them. We have the Page of Wands here. Yeah. So this is a message that Source is trying to get to you, is that something is flowing to you, but it's not flowing to them. It's not meant to flow to them. So get your mind right, Geminis. Get your mind right. So here we have, I see you getting a health checkup, some kind of a health checkup, so that you can stay focused. Yeah. So something is not meant to flow to whoever these energies are. It's meant to flow to you, not to them. I don't know if this is somebody's friend, or, yeah, I feel like this is maybe a friend. Somebody's a friend that you consider as like family for you. It's not meant to flow to them, but something is going to flow to you. because you're free. You're free from people being shady towards you about something. Whoever somebody was being shady about to you about something, and but you're free. You're free. Here we have individuality. Every person has their own personalized study plan in the Earth School. They have their own personalized plan, but you're free. So, but whatever is going to flow to you is not flowing to them. Whatever's flowing to them is not flowing to you. It's separated. Something is separated. Source is the one that's making sure of that. All that's separate. All right. Let me see if there's anything else. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's see if there's anything else. Yeah. It looks like from looking at your cards here, like I said, you deserve the best. It looks like you invest a lot of time in people. You invest a lot of time in people, places, and things. And I feel like you may have felt like maybe they would invest the same amount of time in you, but their love language is different, and that's okay. That's how they're wired. That's part of an inheritance that people have. And you never know. Like I said, the Pluto is the outermost planet. That's not something that's immediate. It takes a while for people to figure out what people's inheritance are, like spiritual gifts, like what people inherit. I mean, it's not always immediate. I mean, like the physical appearance. Like a person will see, person may have inherited light eyes, or like their gene, like you know, shape of their eyes, or skin color or whatever. You see those things immediate, but some things, you having some people's backs, like you had two people's backs, you were there for them but you may not see that they would have sneakily did some things behind your back, unless you went into high priestess mode, right? But something is now turned around, and those same energies are going to say you were the one that was sneaky, and you did something behind their back. You did some things behind their back, but source is blocking something. Source is blocking something for them, so that you can stay focused. So that you can stay focused. So energetic pull. This is how you're regaining this is how you're reclaiming your energy, right? So a true master knows that you create through your actions. Do not hesitate when you feel the energy pulling you. Follow it fearlessly and move worlds, right? Yeah, somebody's in very positive energy. I feel like what I'm picking up from you, Geminis, is that you're in very high vibrational energy right now. That's what I'm picking up from your reading. So stay in that energy. I don't know who this energy is for you, right? But somebody very much forgot that somebody very much forgot your duality of a Gemini. Yeah, that's why you had the dark and light. Y'all know how to, and so when you get comfortable moving in those spaces and not rising above the judgment of people judging you or thinking you're judging them, Geminis, you're there. I mean, you're already there, and just being able to stay focused. So yeah, some people teamed up on you. If for them it was just a transaction, but you move from your heart space. So move on from the disappointment. And like I said, Source has something for you to do, something for you to, yeah. So that's what I have for you.